Legend of Total War here with a quick update video to let you know what's going on. So, as you can tell by the title, I've created a Patreon account. So I'll just spend a few minutes explaining why I've created the Patreon account and what this means to the channel. Now, I've created the Patreon account because I've had a few people messaging me requesting that I do so. In addition to that, a large reason that I've created the Patreon account is because I do know that a lot of people are using AdBlock. A lot of people did turn off their AdBlock, and I did notice it, but I still know that a vast majority of people are still using AdBlock. And when I created those videos a while back saying, please turn off your AdBlock, you're making things difficult for me, I had a few comments with people explaining why they were using AdBlocks, which I didn't know of before. And a lot of it kind of makes sense. But at the same time, it's still bad. Like, no matter what your reasoning is for using AdBlock, just know that you might justify it in your head, but you are contributing to a problem. That isn't a massive problem at the moment, but if everyone was using AdBlock, it would be a huge issue. And I'll go into the economics as to why that is. So the way YouTube works, which I'm sure not a lot of you fully understand, it's not a non-for-profit organization. It's run by Google. Google is one of the biggest companies in the world. It's one of the biggest companies in the world because it makes, what's that? A lot of money. How does it make a lot of money? I'll explain. So advertising is one of the biggest markets in the world. You know, people need to get their message across to their consumers that their product exists and that their product is good. And YouTube is one of the most effective ways to do that. So the advertiser makes a video and then goes to YouTube and says, I want to put this YouTube on your video network. And then YouTube says, all right, sure, this is how much you'll pay every time someone watches it. And they go, okay. And then it needs a content creator. This is where I come in. The content creator makes a video and says, hey, I want to get paid for this, bitch. How am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to put my advertisement in front of your video here, so they have to watch the ad first. And if they watch the ad, I will pay you. And then the content creator goes, sounds good. So I put the video online. I tell YouTube where they can or can't put an ad on. I don't tell them what ads go on. You know, as far as calling up advertisers and, you know, calling up Ferrari or you know, Blizzard and saying, hey, bitch, I want to put your fucking ads on my video. Sign here, cunt. I don't do any of that. All I ever do is create the video. So anyway, the video goes on, then the advertisement comes in wherever, and then when that happens, the advertiser pays YouTube, and then YouTube takes a portion of that money and gives it to me based on the license that I've got with them. Now, what AdBlock does is it cuts out that process entirely. I tell YouTube to put the ad here. AdBlock tells YouTube, no, we're not watching that ad, we're just watching the video. When that happens, the advertiser doesn't pay YouTube, then YouTube doesn't pay the content creator, then the content creator becomes pissed off, as you can tell. So that's generally how AdBlock works. So if you still want to use AdBlock, by all means, I'm not going to tell you to stop using it. I mean, all of my content is still going to be available for you. It's going to be available for free. I'm not going to have exclusive content or anything like that for people that use Patreon. It's just there for those of you who refuse to be part of the YouTube economics, but still want to contribute to me. That's all it's there for. There's a few other things in the Patreon, like there's one extra reward. I'll let you guys go through that if you're interested, and sort it out. Now, as far as, you know, your opinions and comments or whatever, feel free to give me suggestions on what you want. If you are a Patreon supporter, I'm certainly open to putting in new rewards and new goals and that kind of stuff. But that being said, one thing I'm definitely not open to doing is making exclusive content. I intend, from now until fucking I die, all of my content will be available to everyone, regardless of whether you're watching ads, whether you're a patron, or whether you're just a scum that's using AdBlock and contributing in no way. It's going to be available for everyone. What this does is it's just a way for you guys to contribute to the cause. That's all. So if there's any other questions you have about it, feel free to leave any questions in the description. I'll make sure I put in extra effort to answer any questions that you guys might have, because I think that communication is important when dealing with a new aspect of the channel, and we'll just leave it at that. So I guess we'll see you soon then. Fuckers, I need to go back to making more videos.